If GW decided to do a crossover update with Space Marines 2, how would you do it? Okay, right off the bat, I'm putting Tyranids in Darktide. That would be... Oh my god, that would be fun. However, I do believe Tyranids would be a little bit too strong, at least the way we see them in Space Marines 2. So I think it would be cool if maybe like one dangerous Tyranid was captured and, you know, we were sent to make sure we just take it out, you know, so nobody can use it as a weapon, something like that. So it's basically just a boss fight, and then it would just be running around an arena. You'd have to, you know, beat it with your teammates, but it could definitely like jump in and out. Maybe it'd be a lictor. Like that would be sick. I would put, yeah, I'd do that. I'd put a Tyranid in Darktide. And then I'm not too sure what I would do to bring a little bit of Darktide over to Space Marines 2. We were talking about boss fights and boss fights that Darktide has. So maybe put a boss fight that Darktide has and put it in Space Marines 2. Something like that. Or at the very least, it would be very cool to go to one of the areas that are in Darktide as a Space Marine, and it would just be sick. It would be very cool to explore some of the you know, the places they have in Darktide. It would be cool to explore that as a Space Marine, and with, I don't know, maybe Tyranids invaded there or something also. So yeah, I would do something with Tyranids most likely. Or maybe, oh my god, could you imagine fighting Chaos in Darktide? That could be crazy. But yeah, a crossover update between Space Marines 2 and Darktide is definitely something that needs to happen. I would really enjoy seeing that. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for that. And yeah, let's see what people cook up with this idea. Not really a crossover, but by the Emperor, I want to play as Dreadnought. Horde mode as a Dreadnought would go unfathomably hard. Yes, okay, yeah, that would be kind of crazy. That would be absolutely insane. Oh, somebody mentioned that we can get Terminators or Dreadnoughts or Dreadnoughts? I don't know, they spelled it wrong. Temporary power-ups in a Horde mode, maybe. Yeah, that maybe is something they could pull off. To be fair, random primer Space Marine would have run all over the MC cast of Darktide without even noticing them, literally. And yeah, I get that. I understand the main characters in Darktide are basically punching up with every mission they go on, that's kind of the cool part about it. This guy says maybe Oghren, and Oghren would have required a gun strike. There's too much difference in power between primers, Marines, and regular dudes. The only way I could see a crossover possible is a bunch of cosmetics in both games. No. I think my Tyranid idea is perfect. Maybe we could even, do like a Hive Tyrant situation where the Hive Tyrant's kind of injured and stuff. But yeah, genuinely, the threats that both games are dealing with are on a different level. But I just think it would be kind of funny to see the Darktide cast kind of react to a Tyranid. That would be pretty sick. But also, I haven't played Darktide enough to know if there's Tyranids in the game already, but I kind of doubt it. Saber are working on about a dozen games active and coming soon, so realistically, some ugly cosmetics and an XP event would be more likely than a cool crossover. I understand that. I get that. I do think it's still cool to kind of theorize what they could pull off, but yeah, I understand that they're busy. It'd be hilarious to hear the Darktide characters talking crap after using some Space Marines 2 weapons. Veteran, you call this a bolt rifle? I take craps meaner than this. We are wait, hold on. They did not just... Oh, they trash talked the bolt rifle. Valius, we are beseeching the Saber Stratagem for buffs. Zealot, what's your two-handed chainsword? And I almost died in that horde. Where's your regen? Vespius, Aftershock does its best, but the hammer's contested health perk is still broken. Psyker, they don't have a Sparkhead either, beloved. No wonder they have a Zoanthrope problem. I was looking forward to meeting a librarian. Some of the stuff I don't get, but some of the stuff is funny. Oghren, I don't know about them, but I'm happy to be in a company of a Astartes. Me loves big guns, sir. Straben, follow me, kind Oghren. I will show you the armory. It's full of Daka, and all of my weapons, at least, are good. Okay, that's fair. There's definitely a little bit of some salt in there, but I liked it. I feel like just one Space Marine would fix like 80% of the Inquisition's problems in Darktide, and yeah, Yeah, this is a pretty good comment here. I'd say have a mission where you hear about and see a bunch of inquisitional rejects doing their sneakier part of the mission while you go through the front door. Then a mission on Darktide where you're doing your usual subtle approach and you occasionally catch glimpses of Marines wrecking monsters and Chaos Marines. Now, this is probably the best idea. Kind of like a joint mission that they're both a part of. You see certain perspectives here and there, but ultimately they're in their game. You know, there's nothing crossing over that's going to ruin the other game or not. You just kind of see them working. I like this idea. I don't think any true crossover, having the rejects playable in Space Marines and vice versa, would ever work. But just seeing the Mad Lads would be great. Yeah, I completely agree with this. This is a great idea. I know this would be hard to pull off, but if they could do it, this could be one of the best crossover content pieces we've ever seen. It's not really a crossover, but I would love to be able to play as an Imperial Guard just in the thick of it, and when you die, and you will die, you can respawn as another Imperial Guard member with limited respawns available. Even if they tied it in as a separate ops mode as Guardsmen, you could still choose weapon loadout, etc., and it ties into the story. Okay. I don't know how limited respawn. Oh, okay, I see. Limited. For whatever reason, I thought he said unlimited. Even if they tied it into separate ops mode as Guardsmen, yeah, you're probably gonna have to like separate pretty much the instances there. That makes sense. It would require a bit of story on Fat Shark's part, but I would love a crossover with Darktide, maybe where the threat was enough it was deemed necessary for the Adeptus Astartes to intervene. Death Guard and Nurgle corruption would be a welcome change from Thousand Suns. Okay. A lot of people just want them to get involved in a mission together, and I can kind of see why. But that's true. Dude, this would take so much work, but it's like right there, dude. It's right there. They could totally pull it off if they tried. I want to play a mission from Darktide in Space Marine 2, and it's just all cultists. It would really show why they haven't bothered to call Space Marines to Atoma. It's below them. It would be kind of cool to see Space Marines just, like, stomp everything. Oh, man, dude, this is just making me want to play Darktide right now. I've been playing Darktide and Space Marines 2 quite a bit recently. Frankly, I'm surprised there hasn't already been a Fortnite one, considering how much GW loves money. I hate those crossovers. Okay, so a Space Marines 2 crossover in Fortnite. I just don't think they share a large amount of demographic, and it won't really, like, people who are playing Darktide are probably interested in playing Space Marines 2 and vice versa. I wouldn't say anyone who's playing Space Marines 2 right now is interested in playing Fortnite. In fact, they likely have already played Fortnite when it came out originally, and now it's been like 10 years or something, right? So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're playing Fortnite and Space Marines 2. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Like, I'll play a couple games of Fortnite with my friends, but it's nothing I'd want to commit to. Yeah, I don't know. Space Marines 2 just has a more updated combat system that I enjoy more. Like, 100%.